as well as the Pro Football Hall of Fame induction this weekend. SummerSlam, WWE's biggest party of the summer, happening this Saturday. It's early, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
You
Get it on Peacock. Come to us from Brown Stadium.
That means a big show.
In Cleveland. Yeah, they're setting up for it as we speak.
Even the pre-show is going to be like 3 hours or something?
Pre-show
Crazy?
is 3 hours.
That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out what in the world are they going to talk about for 3 hours.
Are they going to have any matches?
They haven't announced any yet.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Who's going to sit there for 3 hours?
I have no idea.
You'd be the only person I would know crazy enough to do it.
No,
and even you're not that crazy.
No, I'm not going to do it because I'll be watching the Pro Football Hall of Fame, leading up to that. But gee whiz, a 3 hour pre-show for SummerSlam.
That's nuts.
I mean, I don't get it, but hey,
whatever sells commercials.
Yeah, I guess. Right now,
Peacock,
as we speak, there are 7 matches on the card. That's it. Now, if you believe the word around the talk around the campfire, there might be a match or 2 added this Friday night on SmackDown. We might see a kickoff match. We'll see.
And I was thinking, just like watching the trailer, the promos and stuff on Monday, SmackDown's kind of like the first night of SummerSlam. They got a couple title matches.
They've got because they're doing the WWE tag titles with the Bloodline. It's Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu going up against DIY.
Right.
But give me your thoughts on the Bloodline.
Oh man,
as it's constituted now.
That can go so many ways. I like how it's going, and the fact that everyone, including me, has always wanted to see Gorillas of Destiny against the Usos. That's one thing could be. Actually, it's got to be in our future here pretty soon.
Yeah.
So that's great. Jacob Fatu is doing awesome. Solo's kind of coming into his own in this role.
Yeah.
It's kind of taking him a little bit, but he's kind of getting there.
I tell you what, Jacob Fatu, first of all, he looks fantastic. He's dropped some weight from, and I've met him a few times since then. When back in his MLW days when he was the MLW World Heavyweight Champion.
He was a little rounder.
He was, he's dropped some weight. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
So I am thrilled for him. It's an interesting, different bloodline. Obviously, they're the thugs. It's interesting that and I get it. I get wanting to capitalize on the popularity or the sizzle having Jacob Fatu in that match. I don't know why they don't let Tama Tonga and Tongaloa.
You say, is there legit injury?
They are. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I don't know if it may, but Tama Tonga Tongaloa, of course, Gorillas of Destiny. I think 7-time IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team champions in New Japan. But that's what they're going to go with. So you got that title. You got the women's tag titles with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn taking on Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, which I smell a turn.
Yep. Oh, you smell a turn?
I smell Jade Cargill turning on Bianca.
I think it's a little early for her.
I think so, or they may start planting the seeds. Let's put it that way.
I can understand planting the seeds, but I feel like they got to get the titles back.
So yeah, you got those. We'll
two. Get to that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting. SummerSlam looks like this right now. You got the one title, the one match right now that is not for a championship. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, grudge match. Special guest referee Seth freaking Rollins.
Loser has to wear Seth Rollins' puffy shirt. Dude, all I could see was Seinfeld Monday night. But I don't want to be a pirate.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I know.
stupid outfits.
I mean, it's Seth. He loves. It's King Troy is the designer.
We need to turn
he and Becky.
He needs to turn in his crown.
Yeah, but yeah, Seth being as flamboyant as he can in his attire. So CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. It's a grudge match. There's nothing on the line other than just the hatred they have for each other.
Punk's bracelet.
Well, yeah, true, but no titles.
There's so many ways this match can go. Man.
Yeah, I go back and forth on this one. I get the feeling. That it will end up in maybe some sort of schmaz finish.
Definitely,
because they're going to keep this going.
I mean, it's the best thing
just for the
Drew McIntyre's been involved in a while.
Well, because they've been waiting for CM Punk to get cleared.
Yeah, but even just while Punk was injured, it's the best thing Drew McIntyre's been involved in a while.
I mean, in fact, they said this will be CM Punk's first one-on-one match since he's returned to WWE.
Sheesh.
That was in November.
Well, hopefully,
Survivor Series.
Hopefully, they put him together with some duct tape this time and not just sticks and twine.
And it'll be his first one-on-one match since him and who he wrestled All In last year.
Was it not MJF? Was it? No.
No, it was. He was
Jack Perry backstage. No,
it wasn't Jack. No. So you're talking a year without a one-on-one match. So, I'm going to pick CM Punk just for the sake of, I could see either one of them winning, but I'll just say CM Punk just for the hell of it.
Well, I can tell you, as someone who's had the kind of issues that Drew McIntyre has had before, and like people just don't see what the other person is doing and why are they getting away with it all. I'm on Team Drew.
Okay, all right.
CM Punk is living up to his last name.
Yeah,
and it
is kind of funny, CM Punk, I guess, is the baby face in this, but
he has been the biggest jerk in this whole time.
Yeah, they're both kind of heels, so I don't know.
They are. It's like McIntyre's a whiny heel. Punk is being kind of a slimy heel.
Yeah,
but everyone's cheering him anyway.
Oh yeah. For the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn defending against Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has been just giving Sami Zayn all sorts of hell the last few weeks, and so now he finally gets his shot after not claiming the title last month at Money in the Bank. He gets a shot this time. I think most people expect this will be the one. This will be the time Braun Breaker gets it.
Yeah.
So I will go with the favorite and go with Braun.
Same here. I still feel it's a little too early for him, but the position that they've already got him in, there's no way he's going to lose at the pay-per-view for the title twice in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Logan Paul defending the United States Championship against L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
You said yeah because of.
Well, I said because of Logan Paul.
Okay.
I was gonna say yeah for LA Knight, but I saw you about to push the button, so I stopped myself.
Yeah.
You mean that one? Yeah.
Yeah. No, you gotta say it right.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Logan Paul is in his hometown of Cleveland, but he is the just the worst of heels. LA Knight, this would be his first title in WWE.
Yeah.
So and I'm gonna go with my heart rather than my head. I'm gonna go with LA Knight.
Good call, Stu, because you can't keep putting off giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
You've got a superstar here that people want to get behind, and even though you weren't planning on pushing him, it happened, and you do it.
It's organic, and it's great.
Exactly. That's the best kind.
Yeah.
And Logan Paul, he's a part-timer, and he's already got his Prime sponsorships, which is what he really wants.
True.
So, and
he can go off and support Jake when he finally faces Mike Tyson.
Now, he's not main eventing, but he's coming into his hometown a WWE champion.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, I agree.
Do business.
Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley for the women's world title.
I don't know where to go with this
did
one.
you see Monday Night on Raw? That was just
Yes.
that had what was the movie?
A single white female?
No.
Or
No,
Fatal Attraction?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was fantastic.
All of the above, yeah.
I mean, now I will tell you,
You've had girlfriends like that?
No. The previous week on
Still
Raw,
a heartbreaker.
when Dominic Mysterio finally, told Liv Morgan, "I hate you. I don't want you around." Yada yada yada. Made her cry. As soon as I heard that, I thought to myself, "Oh, Dom's going to turn on Rhea." So I'm going to go with Liv Morgan because I think Dom is going to he is going to somehow help Liv Morgan retain.
I think you're right because Rhea's this close to being like one of the biggest babyface women on the roster. Mm-hmm. And Dom is even closer to being the biggest heel on the roster.
Yes.
And that turn would instantly make both of them happen.
And
you think Dom had heat before.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. When that happened 2 weeks ago, or last week, when that happened, I'm going, hold it. Liv Morgan is allegedly the heel in this, but you've just made her into a sympathetic character. Mm-hmm. It's like,
especially with those shorts on.
Now people are going to feel sorry for Liv.
And the thing is, when she turned around crying, I expected to see her start smiling, like everything's going according to plan.
But no, she went through, and then, like I said, Monday Night on Raw, she's burning all the stuff, talking about how she's going to get, complete the Liv Morgan revenge tour and all this good stuff.
Yeah.
And Rhea Ripley talking about, she's going to reclaim her title that she never lost. So,
and I'm wondering if the tag team champions are going to come into play at some point because she was so instrumental in helping them get their titles back. Yeah. And Finn was kind of coming around. That could bring a lot more heat to the Judgment Day because they've been kind of losing it.
Yeah,
losing steam.
I agree. So, I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. I do wonder where they go with this.
Maybe they kick them both.
They
kick them out.
Is Dom out of Judgment Day?
No.
Is
Dom's in? Finn and JD are in. Carlito takes Priest's place as he's turning babyface. And they kick him out too. You don't need us? All right, we don't need you. Boom. Replace him with a different Puerto Rican.
Well, see, that's the
Bam.
thing. I don't know. And we'll get to Damian Priest here in a bit, but so you've got, all right, hold on. So let's look at Judgment Day. You got Damian Priest, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, Finn, JD, current World Tag Team Champions,
right?
Dominic Mysterio, Carlito, and Rhea Ripley.
Right. That's a big faction.
Now, they've been, dropping the breadcrumbs that there's going to be a breakup of some sort happen. Mm-hmm. Now, assuming like that we're right, Dominic helps Liv retain the title.
Mm-hmm. Basically kicking Rhea out.
I would no. See, that's the thing. I don't think so because Rhea and Damian Priest have been tight.
But that's why I said they also kicked Priest out just like they did Edge before, because he's been saying he doesn't need them. He doesn't need them.
Maybe
they helped Gunther win the title. Priest is out too.
I'll be interested to see what happens. I really will. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
I love it when I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly. Did you make a pick?
Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's going to keep
same
title.
here. Dang. Why are we?
Bailey facing Nia Jax. Nia Jax getting the title shot as a result of her being Queen of the Ring. So Bailey defending the Women's Championship.
I gotta go Nia.
You're going with Nia?
I really think you can't bring her back and not at some point coronate her as a champ.
Well,
she can't just be a big jobber all the time.
I'll offer this.
She's on a great run.
I'll offer this.
And the stuff, and the stuff with Tiffy would take a turn with Tiffy having the briefcase and Nia having the belt.
See, I don't think you're in the ballpark. I say they have a knockdown drag out fight. Bailey wins by the skin of her teeth. Tiffy cashes in. Tiffy becomes women's champion.
I think it's too early, but I could see the
I
first
agree
part of
it's
that
too
happening.
early.
I can see the first part of that happening, and then somehow Nia messes up her cash in.
I don't think
now
they're going to have her.
Now Bailey still got the belt, but you got Nia going against Tiffy.
But see, that's the thing. I don't think they're going to have Tiffy fail on a cash in just because you had Drew fail.
See, I
You're
don't
not
want to
going to
see
have both cash ins.
I don't want to see the cash in this early. So then you got almost a year to forget about the briefcase. They need to drag that briefcase out.
That's very positive.
Yeah, and if you put the strap on Nia, and Tiffany still got the briefcase, and they're friends, now you got the will she, won't she? Is she going to stab her in the back? Is she going to hit her in the back of the head with the briefcase?
Yeah.
You know? I think that's better for the long run.
I think maybe. I'm going to go with Bailey.
All right.
So
we got some difference here. All right.
Yeah.
That's two.
Damian Priest and Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think everybody and their mother thinks Gunther will succeed. Gunther, the king of the ring. He gets the shot. Everybody thinks Gunther's going to win. He's going to become the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Do you agree? We've been surprised before.
Oh, man.
It seems too inevitable, but sometimes there's a reason for that.
You're right.
We know Triple H does love him some Walter.
He does. I agree. I don't know. See, that's the thing, and this kind of feeds into the whole, our discussion with Judgment Day. If Damian Priest loses, okay, then I can see how he ends up getting booted out of Judgment Day.
And then his next feud is already there.
At the same time, and it may be just because I got to know him, when he was in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I think he's fantastic. I think he does a fantastic job in the ring. And I think there's something that inside me that says Damian Priest finds a way to retain.
I mean, it could happen. It very well could happen, especially with the Judgment Day
I'm
on
gonna go
his
with
side.
Priest. I'm gonna go with Priest. Just again, going with my heart over my head.
But I think as far as entertainment value goes, I think breaking up the Judgment Day and costing him the belt leads to him being more interesting in the next
It's
6
very
or 8
possible.
months.
It's possible. No, I don't think I don't think Judgment Day will cost him the belt. I think they kick him out
After he
loses to Gunther.
That works.
So
yeah, because who does he have left to feud with on the Raw roster?
Well,
that you'd want to see.
There's quite a few. Well, I mean, there's.
See, it's taking you too long
There's
already.
Drew McIntyre for one.
Well, those three are kind of
CM
already
Punk,
wrapped up.
But I mean,
it could be a while.
You get past SummerSlam, you could get Drew McIntyre. You could have CM Punk run Seth Rollins back.
Do any of those really tickle your fancy? Do they get you right there?
Drew kind of does. I wouldn't mind seeing a proper match between those two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Do any of those make Daddy Magic Snipples hard?
Wrong promotion, but that's okay.
I love when he says that. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
And then Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, defending the undisputed WWE Championship against Solo Sikoa.
I think we all know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
But how does it go?
That's going to be that's going to be. Now there has been a lot of talk. A lot of talk about this is where we see the true tribal chief Roman Reigns return.
Right. And Solo basically called him out last week.
Exactly.
And you wouldn't do that for no reason. Now my question is, does he return alone? Does he return with Paul?
I think he and Paul come back.
With Paul and Jimmy? Does he return with Paul, Jimmy, and Hikuleo?
And that's another little question.
Yeah.
So allegedly Hikuleo is signed with WWE after having a great tenure with New Japan. Mm-hmm. He is the younger brother of both Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa.
Right.
They are waiting to debut him, kind of like what they were doing with Jacob Fatu.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the sake of simplicity, I guess, I think you have Roman Reigns and Paul, the wise man, come out. It somehow distracts Solo. Cody gets Crossroads on him. 1, 2, 3. Cody retains.
Right. That works.
And then Roman can start building his version of the bloodline back.
Mm-hmm.
Then you bring Jimmy back. Not at SummerSlam, but maybe
Monday?
the week after. No, be
or
on,
Friday. Yeah.
on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I could see. I mean, let's start with the look. Cody's retaining. He's
Right.
not dropping the
Yeah.
title.
That's up.
But I get the sense somewhere in that match, music hits. Here comes Paul Heyman. Here comes Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
Distracts Solo. Cody hits Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody retains.
Starts
Then the
getting
following
beat down.
Friday night, Roman talks about he's back. He is the true tribal chief. Here comes Solo with the
New bloodline.
with God and Jacob. Maybe they beat down Roman.
That would be good.
Roman starts putting his group back together. Here comes Jimmy.
Mm-hmm. Then
You could even see a scenario where Jay heads back to SmackDown.
See, that part you gotta kind of drag it out. You see,
Yeah.
Here comes Jimmy, and here comes Hikuleo, and then the whole time you're like, will Jay come back? Will Jay come back? And he comes back just in time for Survivor Series,
Yeah,
Bloodline Civil War, bam,
for War Games.
yeah, and then at some point you have you finally get God versus the Usos,
Oh man, that'd be good.
right? Daddy Magic's getting around.
That would be good.
Woo. Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
And then later on down the line, somehow it's found out that Rock was been the one pulling the strings, getting all these guys from New Japan
For Solo. Yeah.
for Solo, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that builds to Rock versus Roman at Mania.
Yeah. In Vegas. So I could see that. So
But you got to drag out the Jey Uso part.
you do.
He's like, I'm having fun over here on Raw, doing my thing, main event Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I don't need to go back into that. But then
Yeah.
Bloodline pulls him back in.
That is SummerSlam this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on Peacock. Pre-show starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central.
Good Lord.
If you hit, because those of you that have absolutely nothing else to watch, like the Olympics.
I mean, watch some Olympics, man. There'll be track and field this weekend.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Watch some track.
from Brown Stadium in Cleveland.